I used to work as an ambulance driver, as part of a small team of emergency responders at a regional private hospital. Most of my shifts were at night, and I was used to the chaos, the unpredictability. But nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared me for that night. The call came in around 2:30 in the morning, the hour when the small towns on this semi-rural stretch of road are dead silent. It was an emergency request to transfer a body to the cremation grounds. Routine enough. Drive through a few towns, hit the main road, then about 30 kilometers through a winding stretch of forest to reach the destination. I had done this route plenty of times before, usually with my friend riding along as an attendant. But that night, I was alone. My friend had taken sick leave. When I arrived at the hospital morgue, they wheeled out the body, zipped in a dark green body bag. I loaded it in the back, strapped it down, and locked up. But as I shut the back doors, I had this feeling, like I'd forgotten something. I shook it off, got in the driver's seat, and started the drive. The town lights faded quickly, and soon it was just me, the hum of the ambulance engine, and the long dark stretch of forest road. This part of the journey always felt eerie. Just endless trees on either side, my high beams cutting through mist and shadow. I kept the radio off, trying to keep my wits about me. 15 minutes in, I thought I heard something. I told myself it was just the van bouncing over a pothole, but it sounded like something heavy shifting in the back. Then came the unmistakable sound of fabric brushing against fabric. I glanced in the rearview mirror, telling myself it was my mind playing tricks. But unease started to set in, a thick, sticky feeling in my gut. I tried focusing on the road, pretending I had imagined the sound. But then I heard it again. I tightened my grip on the wheel, forcing myself to focus. My mind went to the obvious answer. Maybe the straps had come loose. Maybe the body bag was shifting around. It's nothing, I muttered to myself, but my heart was already racing. I glanced back into the rear view, squinting into the dim shadows of the ambulance's rear compartment. All I could see was the outline of the body bag, lying where it should be. But somehow the darkness seemed thicker back there, pressing around it. My foot hovered over the brake, itching to pull over just for a second. But I knew better. This stretch of forest road was dangerous. Even on my best night, I wouldn't have dared to stop. So I focused ahead, determined to keep driving, to make it through. That's when I heard it, a low, rasping sound, almost like a breath being drawn in. I gripped the wheel so hard my knuckles went white. I stared straight ahead, fighting the urge to turn back. It's just the engine, just the road, just a loose body bag, I kept telling myself, repeating it like a chant. But then the voice came again, clearer this time, almost like it was right behind me.
Take me.
My heart was pounding now, a heavy drumbeat that drowned out every rational thought. The voice was there again, muttering something about taking it somewhere. I couldn't make out the final words. This wasn't the engine, wasn't just the creak of an old van. This was something supernatural, and I still had 10 kilometers of that forest road left to go. I had encountered urban legends about corpses coming back to life, shared by other drivers to scare new entrants into our profession. But I had never experienced anything like it in my life. The dead were gone forever. It was my belief that no power or phenomenon on earth could reanimate them. For a second, I thought I saw movement in the rearview mirror. A small shift in the shadows, something that shouldn't be there. I blinked hard and looked back at the road. And then I felt it. A sudden pressure on the brakes, as if an invisible foot had clamped down. My heart leapt to my throat as the ambulance lurched to a stop. I hadn't touched the brakes. But there we were, dead in the middle of the road, the engine still humming. I turned slowly, my breath shallow, and there, in the darkness of the back compartment, I saw that the body bag was upright. I know how crazy that sounds, but it was. The body had sat up. The bag, zipped tight just minutes ago, was partially open, and I could see a flash of skin, a hand, grey and thin. I froze. I tried to tell myself I was imagining things, but my hands were trembling. Then came a whisper, hoarse and garbled.
Take me home.
It rasped, each word a laboured utterance, like something dead, forcing itself to speak. The smell hit me next. Thick and sour, like open graves and decaying meat. I could barely breathe without gagging. I wanted to scream, to open the door and bolt, but I was paralyzed, locked in my seat. The figure shifted inside the bag, struggling to emerge like a butterfly from a cocoon. In that moment, the lights on the ambulance flickered and disappeared. The engine sputtered and died, leaving me in pitch black. I couldn't see anything, but I could hear it breathing, a raspy, wet sound.
Take me home.
The thing in the back of my van rasped as it struggled to free itself. I fumbled for my phone, but it was dead. The only thing I could think to do was pray. I whispered every chant my grandmother had taught me. I don't remember how long I sat there, begging for mercy and protection. Slowly, the air grew warmer. The stench started to fade, and then nothing. Silence. When I finally dared to look back, the body bag had slumped down, lying flat like it was supposed to. The ambulance lights flickered back on, and the engine roared to life as if nothing had happened. I didn't wait around to question my good fortune. I slammed my foot on the accelerator and sped the rest of the way to the cremation grounds, not looking back, not stopping until I got there. The cremation workers looked at me strangely as I unloaded the bag, muttering that I was paler than the dead. I didn't care. I wanted to be out of there, away from that body, that voice. Needless to say, I don't drive ambulances anymore.